Nothing else matters. Nothing else counts. I'm in the rain.
He endured. He endured. He endured because he saw him who is invincible. I made my choice long ago. I would never accept any man's remark about my life because he doesn't know what Jesus told me. Meanwhile, I was not poor. I was a research officer in the oil industry. My last salary was 1.2 million a month. My housing allowance was 15 million every year. I was not a poor man. I was not. I lived 4 steps below my wealth. You need to see where I stayed in Lagos. You need to see where I stayed. You know my house. You don't know my house. Where I stayed in Wadata. Okay, you know Wadata. That was where I stayed as a frontline oil worker at the depot. If rain falls, it flows into my sitting room outside. You know why I stayed there? It's because we needed money to push ministry. And I was the only one working. So I don't need an encounter from God to suggest to me that God had already settled those bills by giving me that job. I married the daughter of a professor, brought her into that place where water flows. And then you will look at me in that state and say, oh my God, there was a reproach that I will not carry except I was following Jesus. That became my lot and portion. And the woman I took from a professor's house, who was an only child for 15 years, was happy to stay with me in that condition. She knew I was earning money, but it won't translate to anything in our wardrobe. It won't translate to anything in our kitchen. Because we were living with people the same way you are. You have copied my example. That part is the part that God uses to raise leaders. Oh, you can't slave for people. You can't take a hit because of people. It means you are small. You are a small man in a big body. Just like Adam. Adam was like 2 months old, but he was a full-grown man. You will look at his size and think there's something happening. He was a small man in a big body. He was no match for Satan. Yes. And on my job, I was very good. I was exceptionally good. Don't think. When I gave in my resignation, they rejected it the first time. I had to go and pray for 3 months before I gave it again. And the team passed. It was 2 weeks for me to write the exam that will make me a manager. 2 weeks. I would have had an office that's as big as this room. That's when the great monarch said, resign now. Resign. If you see the progression, you will say, this is the spirit of reproach. You escaped something from the village. The thing had been haunting you, you are finally. He forsook Egypt. Damned the wrath of the king. And he endured. All of these possibilities was because there was a consciousness alive inside of his soul. He became captive to what he saw. So when I turned in my resignation, I was in the place of prayer when God says, okay, now you are ready to begin to wield the scepter you were ordained to wield. The fact that you have a call doesn't mean you will fulfill it.
Nothing else matters. Nothing else counts. I'm in